Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just jumping back into things with the Snorlax team that was featured last week. Did make another small adjustment. I wanted to try out Alolan Ninetales on it, so we're going to find our first opponent of the day from Japan, running the Wailord team that we actually used on Road to Ranked earlier. This is a very popular QR code team, one of the most popular ones really what's published out there. So I don't remember all the details of this team. I think it was Z-Move, Kartana, Koko, Pikachu, Specs, Wailord. The Pelipper, if I remember, didn't have Protect, and I think Mimikyu might have been Z-Move as well, like Fairyum Z. So this is going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. So Persian's a faster Fake Outer than the Pikachu, which can be helpful. Maybe I'll lead Persian Pheromosa. I feel like that's actually a pretty solid lead, because I can just Fake Out and Pheromosa threaten. I guess Mimikyu is the one problem. I wonder if we actually see Mimikyu make an appearance here. Let's see, Persian Pheromosa. Feeny doesn't seem to make much sense here. I guess it could work against Mimikyu. I am Arcanine. I mean, I'm not Arcanine. I am Arcanine. I'm Choice Band Arcanine, so I can actually hit everything. Pretty much one-hit knockout anything, so I think that makes sense to bring. For the last one, Snorlax is tempting, but it can't touch Mimikyu, so I'm going to go Ninetales. So, switching things up, but Snorlax really isn't good against my opponent's team comp just because everything does so much damage. And typically you want to bring Snorlax against like the bulkier teams, such as Porygon, or that feature just bulkier Pokemon like Arcanine, Feeny, Porygon that you can kind of set up in front of. So, I'm going to get into the first game of today's episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please show your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. In addition, sorry for missing uploads on the last 2 days. I've just been well, a couple of reasons. One was just like real life was a little bit busier than I expected, and two, I was kind of getting frustrated with battle spots, so I wanted to step away for a moment. But yeah, it's gonna be Pikachu and the Pelipper. I mean, I can just Fake Out Pelipper here since I'll be faster, and switch into Ninetales. I actually really like that play. Yeah. Because I'm faster, I block a potential Tailwind. By bringing in Ninetales, I can also just spam Blizzard. And my opponent's team is actually rather Blizzard weak in general. And this Pikachu, I believe, does not carry Protect. At least the one that the original trainer had was like Fake Out, Thunder. Although I suppose Pheromosa here could get Thundered, but if you're my opponent, you've got to be scared of a attack from Pheromosa, right? So it would make most sense to trade Fake Outs, because then you would think, oh, I can't do much damage next turn. But maybe my opponent predicts my switch. Either way, winning the Weather War is always important, especially in a Rain versus Hail matchup. So gonna get the Snow Warning up, which means Water type attack damage is reduced. So gonna also Fake Out the Pelipper, prevent it from Tailwinding. Yep, Fake Out comes out. Oh, actually targeting the Persian. That's a very odd play, but okay. The reason that play doesn't make much sense is because Pheromosa could have just gone for the high jump kick on a Pikachu. But, I do have Freeze Dry here, so I might actually use this opportunity to Freeze Dry into the Pelipper. And I could Parting Shot. But, let's see. Do I want a Parting Shot? I don't want the thing that's in the back to take any damage, so I might just Foul Play here. Yeah, I'm going to Foul Play and Freeze Dry. And Freeze Dry is great for specific scenarios such as this one, because you do get the super effective hit off. So, I'm kind of frustrated because I could have just high jump kicked the Pikachu turn 1. But then if my opponent made the ideal play, which is Fake Outing the Pheromosa, then I'm in an awkward position going into turn 2. Because then I can't knock out the Pelipper necessarily. Pelipper actually switches out, which is a good play by my opponent. But Kartana's not going to be exactly taking this Freeze Dry too well either, so I don't mind that switching in. Maybe I could have doubled up there. I also could have gone for the Blizzard, but I wanted to deny Tailwind in whatever shape or form. So Freeze Dry's going to come out. I wonder if this can pick up the Knockout. No, actually. And we see Hidden Power. This should be HP Ice coming out. Targeting Persian, but that actually doesn't do too much damage. Yeah, I feel like I've already pinned my opponent now, because now I can just Foul Play Kartana and go for the Freeze Dry. And, I mean, it kind of helps because I know it's the exact QR code team, so it's not like my opponent could have made any changes. But yeah, now I can just Foul Play Kartana and Freeze Dry Pikachu. And I don't really think there's anything my opponent can do here. Because basically the team that my opponent's using kind of snowballs really quickly. If you guys remembered, I played a couple of episodes with it. And you really rely on getting Tailwind up. And that's why having Persian was really helpful, because I had a faster Fake Out user. And then I had really speedy Pokemon like Ninetales in the back. And this team kind of normally requires setting up properly, like with the Focus Sash and with fast Fake Out, you can normally guarantee Tailwind, but that's why Persian's really cool. It's one of the super fast Fake Out users. Might be one of the fastest, if not the fastest. At least one of the fastest, most usable ones because of its move pool and ability. And my opponent's staying in with both, so that should just be a double knockout here, as Foul Play should be able to just pick up the knockout on Kartana. I think Foul Play is actually just such an incredible offensive attack, because it doesn't rely on your attack stats, so you can invest in other EVs. And that's why this Persian it's Marcus Thatcher's Persian, which is max speed and max special defense. That's really important. The speed's important, so you can outspeed everything around Persian speed here, because Persian actually outspeeds almost everything other than like Tapu Koko and Pheromosa. So I get the double knockout there, and with Pelipper in the back, I can just freeze dry that slot. I haven't lost my Sash yet, and Willard's coming in, so it's pretty much game here, because if I remember correctly, that Pelipper doesn't even have Protect. Even if it did have Protect, since I have the Focus Sash on my Ninetales, I just have to freeze dry twice. But I'm pretty glad, because I added on Ninetales kind of last second, and it actually pulled its weight for sure here. So, let's see. I think I'm just going to, I guess, Parting Shot. And just freeze dry. It's pretty much GG here, though. There's really nothing my opponent can do. Yeah, no Protect comes out from Pelipper. Like I said, even if it was a different Pelipper, it would be fine. So, I'm probably going to lose something here, but I guess I'll bring in Pheromosa, because Arcanine has Wild Charge. Well, if you want to wait like 15 minutes.
Oh, you want to wait 15 minutes?
I thought you guys were eating with them. Well, if you want to wait 15, I can meet you there.
Oh, you're playing games?
Yeah, I'm recording right now. Just text me. Okay. What happened? Sorry about that. My friends were asking to get dinner. And I'll go shortly after this. Okay, yeah, Freeze Dry picked up the knockout. Pheromosa fainted. Wailord went for a Water Spout, I presume. That's fine, because now I can just Freeze Dry and Wild Charge. Yeah. Whoops. That should pick up the knockout. And I stack Pheromosa because it has like high jump kick and that can miss, whereas I know, yeah, like Freeze Dry there does over 50%, and Wild Charge definitely finishes it off. So, pretty straightforward win here, but it definitely helped because I knew pretty much all my opponent's sets because it was the QR code team and I used literally that team. But, you know, just because you know your opponent's sets sometimes doesn't mean you're going to guarantee a win, so you still have to play it smart. But I feel like my opponent just didn't really consider the Pokemon I could have had in the back, and I think Mimikyu was probably the right way to approach this matchup against my team, just because it threatens Alolan Persian, Pheromosa, and whatnot significantly more. But we do end up with the win there. Sorry for the interruption once again there. For reference, yeah, for you guys wondering, like sometimes, like I live with a roommate, and then I have, in my college dorm, like all my friends live right next to me too, or a lot of my friends live next to me, so we're always just like chilling in each other's rooms and stuff, so sometimes recording can be, I get interrupted here and there, but it's cool. Yeah, it's really nice actually living next to a lot of your close friends at school. Although, next year, actually, we, like, did room draw recently, so I have a single instead of a double next year. So I think, probably going to use that to my advantage more next year in terms of streaming and recording videos. But we're going to find Chris from Chile with a rating of 1690 for our second opponent of the day, running another weather team, but a very different weather team. Torkoal, Lilligant, now Ego, Kartana, Tapu Lele, and the Talonflame. So that's a really cool team, and I'm terrified for so many reasons. I can't Fake Out necessarily with Persian because there's the Tapu Lele. Feeny kind of gets pooped on by everything, really. Okay, I think Arcanine's definitely important. This is so hard. I really hate this matchup. Because Pheromosa is also threatened by the Talonflame immediately. Arcanine, I don't even know. Arcanine Snorlax? Maybe? But then I have to watch out, I really have to watch out for Kartana. So Pheromosa will be crucial there. To make a case for Feeny, I really don't like it though. And maybe I might go for Ninetales here. Yeah, I think my way to play around this is maybe set up with Snorlax and also get an Aurora Veil up with Ninetales. But to be honest, I really dislike this matchup. Like, Kartana's a difficult enough Pokemon for me to deal with. Part of the reason why I added a Ninetales was because it makes people think twice about bringing Kartana, just because you have to worry about potential speed ties, and Ninetales are often sashed, and then Ninetales can break Kartana's sash with the Hail. But, yeah, this is still an awkward matchup for sure. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think about Pokemon, but my friend just texted me that we're having chicken wings for dinner. So all I can think about is chicken wings because I'm so hungry. But let's focus on the match right now. Okay, so it's interesting to see Lilligant Torkoal because that was something that had a lot of relevance at the beginning of the season. You know, I used it on my very first team, I think, for VGC 17. It's kind of been a lot less relevant since then, and we actually see it as a lead here. Okay. So this is interesting because it's like, you know, having Arcanine here is great because Flare Blitz doesn't do too much to me. The question is, I don't know the item on Lilligant, and that's always the trickiest thing about these matchups. Yeah. Could switch into Ninetales and Flare Blitz Lilligant. I don't think that's actually too bad of a play. Because Snorlax is my main key here, so I want to conserve it as much as possible. But we also could just see like a Sleep Powder go into Ninetales, which would be bad. So do I want to risk it? I also could just Flare Blitz and Stockpile. Okay, let's go for Flare Blitz Stockpile. I just don't know the item on Lilligant. If it's Sash, that could be bad. Torkoal switches out. Kartana then. Oh. Okay. I'm okay with that, because I almost switched in the Ninetales. We'll see what Lilligant goes for, though. Probably a Sleep Powder, yeah. But Arcanine is clutch and avoids it. That's very fortunate. If he's sashed, though, that's still going to be somewhat problematic. Yeah, it's sashed. Okay. So I kind of wish I switched into Ninetales now, but, I mean, obviously, maybe I should have just doubled up on Lilligant instead of stockpiling. So my opponent kind of has to Sleep Powder me. Yeah, so actually, I think I'm just going to Flare Blitz Lele, because if it's Sleep Powder Snorlax, Choice Band Under Sun definitely knocks out. And if it misses, I also just get the knockout. And I just go for the Facade here until Lilligant. I'm expecting to get Arcanine put to sleep. Oh, unless it's Scarf Lele. Actually, that could be the case. Oh, when your opponent stays in on a Choice Band Sun boosted Flare Blitz. That's not a good time. That's actually why I think Torkoal Lilligant is so inconsistent if you're using the Sleep Powder set, because if you miss Sleep Powder, it can just be so bad. Obviously, I got a little bit fortunate that first turn, but my opponent here did have the chance to put Arcanine to sleep and opted to put Snorlax to sleep, so that's really good for me. Yeah. Part of me maybe should have brought, I'm thinking maybe I should have brought Tapu Fini, because with Fini, you can switch in and prevent sleep from happening, but the thing is, because you don't know what Lilligant set, a lot of the Lilligants now, if you see Torkoal Lilligant, it's a lot of the times it's going to be like Focus Sash, Gracium Z to boost Leaf Storm, which gives you one huge powerful attack, or, you know, Scope Lens, or not Scope Lens, the one for accuracy. So Torkoal comes back in, but that's more than okay with me. I don't want to switch out. Who's in the back? Kartana, potentially. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to switch into... Should I switch into Ninetales? Yeah. Should I? Maybe not. Maybe I should just sack Arcanine. Yeah, get a free switch into Ninetales. And I'll just stockpile in case I can wake up. I don't know about that play, actually. Yeah, so we are just going to see the After Eruption. But it's okay with me. Part of me wanted to switch into Ninetales to reduce the sun damage, but holy shoot! Snorlax is so tanky. That's a full boosted sun eruption, and I took only 35%. Oh my gosh. Even one stockpile just stacks up so quickly. Okay, so now I have Ninetales in, and that's pretty good for me, because basically this Lilligant has to switch out or faint. Yeah, it pretty much has to sacrifice itself here, I think. So I'm actually going to... Ooh, I get Aurora Veil. Do I want to do that? Because if I'm Lilligan, I'd probably just go for an attack. And the last one, I think, is going to be the Kartana. I want to Aurora Veil, but I don't want to get put to sleep. So I think I'm just going to try to Stockpile here. Protect Stockpile. Torkoal could switch out, I guess. But then Lilligan would feint to Hail. Actually, that's probably my opponent's best play. I should have capitalized off the fact that Torkoal's probably going to switch out. Yeah, that was bad on my end. That was really bad, actually. Oh, that's weird. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. But the thing is, now Snorlax is in a weird position because I can just get Sacred Sworded. I fall asleep again. But actually, it might proc my berry here. Yeah, my opponent's going to help me out here, actually. That's good. Yeah, without the sun being up anymore. I don't understand the Lilligan switch out. Because, like, it's just fodder anyway at this point. But no worries. I think that was 3 turns of sleep there with Snorlax, so I'm guaranteed to wake up now. Which is good. I think I'm just going to launch a Blizzard. And go for a Recycle to get my berry back. I'm afraid, though, because this might come down to a speed tie between Kartana. And, yeah. I should have attacked last turn. I protected just trying to, like, get the knockout and hope I could wake up, but that was just too passive. Going for the Blizzard definitely was the correct play there. I'm not really sure why I actually protected. So I still feel okay about my position, but it definitely got a lot harder. If I knock out Kartana, though, I just win, but that's a little bit... It's easier said than done. Okay, Kartana doesn't protect, though. That's really good news for me. Yeah. Yep, going for the Smart Strike. Maybe I should have Facaded instead of Recycling. I think that's okay. Yeah, so we're going to see an Eruption come out again. This is actually still really scary. Not Blizzarding there was bad. Maybe I should have Freeze Dried as well, I guess, because Freeze Dried does more, and I probably just picked up the would have picked up the knockout. Although Recycling does get me my berry back there, which is nice. Okay. So Weirdness disappears. I do have Pheromosa in the back, which isn't necessarily the best last Pokemon to have. I wonder if High Jump Kick knocks out Torkoal. I feel like no, because Torkoal's defense is pretty good. A Facade should knock out Kartana at this point, though. I could Speed Swap. That might actually be the way to go about this. There are 2 turns of Hail left. 3. Oh, that's good for me. Because basically my opponent doesn't have a free switch in right now. And if I Speed Swap, I think Snorlax can just close out this game solely by itself. Okay, so I'm going to Speed Swap. So the thing is, like, does Kartana protect here? Speed Swap and... Facade. That might have been... Torkoal switches out. See, that's why I don't get it, because Lilligan's just going to feint here. Although I guess you do get the weather back up. And Kartana detects. Okay, great. So that should just be game now, because Torkoal just outspeeds. But I really messed up. Like, this game should have been won after I got the knockout on Lele, and I didn't play very well afterwards. But, yeah. I guess, so, I don't really get my opponent's play, though, because at this point, you really want to just force the knockout on a Pheromosa. And switching in Lilligan, like, resetting the weather really doesn't matter here. I mean, I guess it does matter against the Snorlax, I suppose. But now, Snorlax's Facade just knocks out Kartana. So I think my opponent needs a double protect and some crits there at this point. Yeah, I got that one play just protecting Ninetales was really bad. And I did get a little bit lucky avoiding a Sleep Powder as well, because you'd imagine if I got like a 3-turn sleep, that could have been bad. I'm still really trying to learn how to play properly with a team like this, but okay. I don't want to miss High Jump Kick, so I'm just going to go for Acid Downpour on a Torkoal to get guaranteed damage and Facade into Kartana. So I think Kartana here probably will want to go for the double, but the funny thing is even with Snorlax's monstrously low speed stat, I still outspeed Torkoal, because Torkoal is a fire turtle, and fire turtles are slow. So I don't know if my opponent has it out here. It goes for the double, doesn't get it. That should pretty much all but seal up the game. I think my opponent had to hope to get the double, and then hope that... Because the thing is, Torkoal doesn't even two-shot me because I got the Facade boost. So, it's weird seeing Acid Downpour against something that's not a Tapu or a Fairy type. But, this shouldn't... I don't think this picks up the knockout, but it should do around at least 50% or so. And all I can think about right now is dinner and chicken wings. But, unfortunately, that's not a chicken we're going up against. That is a turtle. So, Acid Downpour against that poor Torkoal almost picks up the knockout. And we do see the Heat Wave. And even a crit burn won't do anything because Snorlax is so speedy now. I think speed swapping was a relatively safe win condition for me there. Because I guess the issue is if Sacred Sword and Heat Wave comes out. But the thing is, I don't think another fire type attack from Torkoal knocks me out. So even if my opponent Sacred Swords me, I can take 2 fire type attacks from Torkoal and I can just recycle away. But I felt relatively confident that the Kartana was going to protect there. But I'm not sure if I made the most optimal play. I have to go back and think about that. But my opponent is going to forfeit, and we're going to end up with 2 wins in today's episode. Pretty happy about those. I mean, the first one was relatively clean, but the second one, I think I definitely could have played a lot better after the first couple of turns, and especially because I got really lucky with that Sleep Powder miss. So, like, once that happened, I should have been able to fully capitalize off that, but I kind of got a little bit greedy with Snorlax. Obviously, I had a 3-turn sleep as well, but I can't complain about that. And basically, with Snorlax, I need to play properly to the point where, like, Kartana can't just knock me out and sweep me. And was in a position where maybe Kartana could have pulled off some shenanigans. But we do end up at least with 2 wins today, so pretty happy about that. I was playing with this team a little bit earlier, just off screen, and I was like, there's still a lot that I have to learn about this team and my play in general. Like, I still feel like I'm far from making the best plays a lot of the times, but I really wanted to have fun with this team, and this team forces me to think a little bit differently than other teams that I've used before, so it is a little bit more enjoyable, and definitely kind of pushes me a little bit more. But yep, it's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, leave a like if you did, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.